It's news time. Information is power. The current. The news headline. Religious violators list US blacklisted Nigeria after 12 months of IPOB lies. The presidency has blamed the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB for having Nigeria on the religious violators watch list, saying that Nigerians shouldn't have been included on the list but for IPOB-funded falsehood and misinformation about Nigeria for months. The presidency noted that the aim was to drive a wedge for political reasons between the two major faiths in Nigeria to realize their false claims that the two faiths cannot live side by side. But Garba Shehu, the senior special advisor to the president, in a post on his social media page titled "What Biden's Removal of Nigeria from Religious Violation Watch List Means," claimed that the removal of the Nigeria from the Religious Violators Watch List by the Biden-led US administration is a triumph of diplomacy and sagacity over hate-driven foreign policy itself founded on false propaganda. Garba Shehu noted that President Muhammadu Buhari is satisfied with the decision by the United States to remove Nigeria from that unwanted list of countries because the decision was based on facts. He said that President Muhammadu Buhari is truly satisfied with the decision of removal of Nigeria from the unwanted list of countries. Blinken said that the decision of Joe Biden government on this was based on facts. In expressing the country's appreciation for this, the president noted that there is freedom of worship in Nigeria and no one is discriminated against on the basis of his or her faith. Since Nigeria was included in December 2020 in the aftermath of Donald Trump's election loss, it has taken only 11 months for this decision to be reversed under the Biden administration. This sad and uncalled for the ban came on the heels of 12 months of lie by some extremist groups and banned terrorist group, the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, well-funded international media campaign. Nigeria should never have been on the list. It was included after paid right-wing American lobbyists were funded millions of dollars by IPOB to spread falsehood and misinformation about Nigeria. Those who willingly took money from the separatists spread falsehood against a democratically elected government. They took advantage of well-meaning, God-fearing Americans to whom they spread their lies. According to Garba Shehu, the delisting would strengthen the bilateral relationship with the two countries, which is hitherto getting moribund with the former administration. With this egregious listing removed, US-Nigeria relations are now reset, and we can jointly seek resolution to other critical matters, including the fight against terrorists across the Sahel region. The task was complicated. To that end, the present administration looks forward to working with Biden administration on matters bilateral and multilateral that are important to our friendly states. President Muhammadu Buhari is satisfied with the decision by the United States to remove Nigeria from a list of countries deemed to lack religious freedom, placed there by previous US administration no longer in office. Taking a swipe at former President Donald Trump, Garba Shehu said that despite all the money spent on the propaganda, they were only able to convince those who had been voted out of office by US citizens to add Nigeria to the list. He said their aim was to drive a wedge for political advantage between two great religions, and by doing so, to make their fake claims that Muslims and Christians cannot live side by side in love and peace. They did not care if their maliciousness was the cause of religious tension. In fact, it is possible they sought to encourage it to prove a point. Southeast. The group maintained that the crisis rocking the region is instigated by the actions or inactions of certain forces embedded in the current federal administration in Nigeria. Therefore, it says that any political solution to the crisis is a welcome decision and is no way an interference with the judiciary because the president, through his Attorney General of Federation, instituted the persecution of Nnamdi Kanu. First and foremost, the crisis started when the president refused to accord the Igbo nation the constitutionally mandated and required equity and equality of Nigeria by not considering anybody and the Southeast to head any security under his watch. Nobody from the Southeast is holding any command or leadership position of a security institution under this current dispensation. The over 60 million Igbo citizens of Nigeria were practically pushed out of Nigeria by Mr. President when he did not trust any Igbo person for appointment of or into any strategic dimension as one of the security chiefs under his government. So, Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB are just mere manifestation of the deep-seated collective angst of the Igbo nation instigated by marginalization and apartheid policy of President Muhammadu Buhari's exclusionist policies targeted against Igbos. So, it is Mr. President that caused the problem in the first place. So, he should resolve it by releasing Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and ending the systematic persecution in the High Court of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu's alleged offences, which is broadcasting through his IPOB radio station in the remote part of London, is not up to 50% of what Nasir El-Rufai or Sheikh Gumi have done and said against Christians and southern Nigeria, but they are free. But Nnamdi Kanu is detained because he is Igbo. Nnamdi Kanu has not done or said half of what Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has done or said in the media, yet he is a free man moving around with security, whereas the other one is still in detention because he is an Igbo man and his life is still threatened. Gumi mingles with terrorists, but he is free. Nnamdi Kanu set up an agitation organization called IPOB to campaign peacefully for self-determination, but he is in detention and his life is under severe threat due to grave conditions under which he is being detained. The statement by Mr. President that releasing Nnamdi Kanu will violate or amount to interference with the judiciary is not correct. That is not correct position of the law. This is because what is going on between Nnamdi Kanu, the government of Muhammadu Buhari and DSS is not prosecution but persecution. Mr. President said if he released Nnamdi Kanu, it should amount to interference of the judiciary. Which judiciary? Is it the judiciary the DSS has taken over or seized the control of? Who goes in or comes out that the federal government executive arm controls the premises and determines who comes in or out that the president is talking about? DSS has already hijacked the Federal High Court, so the executive arm of government under President Muhammadu Buhari has already hijacked the judiciary. Lastly, under the Constitution of the Attorney General of the Federation, who begins an action can terminate it at any time based on public interest. So they should release Nnamdi Kanu immediately because of the public interest, equity, justice, fairness, and equality of citizenship. If Gumi and El-Rufai, who admitted paying armed Fulani militia to stop killing Christians, and Gumi, who defend terrorists, are free, why detain Nnamdi Kanu? The Human Rights Association of Nigeria said in a statement signed by Emmanuel Uwumbiku, its national coordinator, and made available to Daily Post on Friday. Thanks for listening.